Howdy!
Howdy!
Welcome to Under the Hat. Bellboy Sydney here once again.
Glad to be back after the new year.
Yeah, hope you all had a good one. This is our first presentation of 2009 and it's an Under Your Hat special from Tonya Bites.
Tonya Bites.
Yeah, Under Your Hat.
Hopefully we pronounced that right.
Yeah, hopefully we have.
I know you were saying that the Boston Garden Survivor Series 1993, and they had it back in the Boston Garden, the last one, and you always said that was a very memorable event for you. And what are your 5 favourite or most memorable events? So we're going to go through them now.
We're going to go through that. Got a long think about this, and we've come up with 5, and we really believe that they are our most 5 memorable events.
That's it.
Coming in at number 5 is No Way Out 2002. The NWO came into the WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it, but they came in with a bang. The poison was indeed unleashed.
You hadn't seen this, like Hogan coming back into the WWE, or the WWF it was then, and then you had Scott Hall, Diesel. I mean, all of these people had been in it, true legends coming back. I mean, they got a massive pop, and it was a very memorable thing that happened in this event.
Yeah, they had a great promo at the start of the event, introducing themselves back into the WWF, as well as constant promos throughout the event, which I thought was the most special thing and most memorable thing in the event. They met up with all the main icons of the time. The Rock had a great promo with him.
That's it.
One of the funniest of all time. You got to check that one out.
Taker fighting The Rock with Flair coming out, who had co-ownership of the company at that time, interfering. And you also had Triple H versus Kurt Angle, Stephanie McMahon, special guest referee.
Austin and Jericho finally closing the event.
Yep.
And NWO screwing over Austin, which was
very memorable.
Very memorable indeed.
Okay, now we come to number 4. Number 4 was Survivor Series 2002. Another event from 2002, as it was quite a memorable year.
It was.
You had the first ever chamber match, which was absolutely brilliant. Probably the best chamber match that they've had.
Yeah, definitely.
Shawn Michaels winning the title.
Yeah, winning the World Heavyweight title.
On his return sort of stretch. He hasn't won it since.
No.
Didn't won it before that. Very good event for that. And then you had Big Papa Pump coming into the WWE.
He got a very good ovation. I remember that the crowd reaction was intense. Madison Square Garden, I mean, they just give the best crowd reactions out of any arena I've ever heard. This was no different.
That's right. What else did we have there, boy?
Well, we had Devon Dudley. He was the Reverend Devon for a while, if you remember, in 2002. That gimmick weren't really going down too well. And luckily enough, at Survivor Series, he came back to the Bubba Ray side of things. Helped him out in that Survivor Series match, if you remember, which was great. We also had Lesnar and Big Show. First time he F5'd the Big Show.
That was brilliant, seeing F5 on the Big Show.
Heyman ended up screwing over Lesnar, turning Lesnar face. Very memorable moments in this Survivor Series.
That's it. Now we come on to number 3.
Well, what do you know? It's Survivor Series again.
Yeah.
This time, Survivor Series 96.
And it's MSG again.
Yeah.
What's going on there? Yeah. Madison Square Garden.
Something about that place.
I mean, this was an awesome title match. I remember watching this. You had Shawn Michaels versus Sid, which I thought was an awesome match.
Yeah, it was great. Especially the ending. I mean, once again, the crowd into things more than ever.
Yeah, and very into Sid.
Yeah.
They booed Michaels a lot, which I was surprised by. Michaels was a big face at this time, but Sid was getting the ovation and the cheers.
He was. New York crowd, I think, don't really like Michaels too much.
Well, I don't know. You guys from New York, let us know.
Yeah, do you like Michaels? I don't know. I think they were loving Brett, because Brett was back. This was his return. It was a massive thing with him and Austin. He challenged Austin. He was the greatest wrestler, he thought, in the WWF at the time.
That's right.
They put on a unbelievable match. I mean, that was when Austin and Brett were in their prime. Like, they really put on a great show.
That's right.
Unbelievable match between the two of them. And
you had a lot of classic Survivor Series matchups there.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of tag team matches as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Doug Furnace and Philip LaFon were even at Survivor Series 96.
Yeah, those very memorable wrestlers.
Taker vs Mankind, this was good. This was in the middle of their feud. Wouldn't say it was one of their best matches, but I remember Undertaker, he ditched the gloves in this. He came down in his more up-to-date outfit. He wore all leather, I think, in this one, or somewhat of leather. And I don't know. It was a new persona for the dead man.
We'll run on to number 2. Number 2, we had Royal Rumble 2000. This was at the peak of the Attitude Era for me.
Yeah.
It was where business did really pick up. The Rumble itself was brilliant. I mean, you had The Rock winning it. The Rock and the Big Show feud.
Once again, MSG. 3 in a row from MSG. That is unbelievable. And that weren't even planned. It truly is unbelievable.
That's it. And then you had Kurt Angle versus, who was undefeated and new at the time, the great Kurt Angle, fighting a newcomer who happened to be, the mystery opponent happened to be Taz.
Yeah.
And the Dudleys and the Hardys having a brilliant hardcore sort of match where Jeff did his signature Swanton, one of the best that you'd seen.
Yeah, off the taxi, I believe.
Off the taxi, over the entrance.
Taxi. We had a very interesting bikini contest with Mae Young, if you remember that one.
That's right. Check it out.
Check that one out, definitely. And the top of the list for me at this event was a street fight, though. Triple H versus Cactus Jack. One of the best ever street fights I've ever seen. Cemented Triple H's, it made Triple H, I'd say, in this match. Unbelievable event.
Yeah. Then number 1, our top hat.
Top hat for this.
What do you reckon?
I don't know if you agree with it, I think I've got to be said. Where we come from, SummerSlam 1992. Wembley Stadium.
That's it.
It was truly the SummerSlam you thought you'd never see.
Set in England, outdoor event. I mean, it was going to be good.
Yeah.
However you sliced it.
However you sliced it, it was going to be good. I mean, they really did put out all the stops to come over the pond. First time they did it in a long time for such a big occasion. It was basically a tribute to the old school era, I believe.
Definitely.
Coming over to England, had great matches. You had the Bulldog and Brett in the last match for the IC title. Brett says it himself, it's his greatest match of all time, and I can see why.
And you had Warrior and Macho Man for the WWF title. 2 big faces at that time.
Yeah.
And an interference with the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And then you had LOD looking at their peak on the bikes, coming out in a gold outfit.
Oh, that was great.
I mean, a brilliant tag team there. It was just an awesome event, and I'm glad that our country represented it.
Yeah, it truly is the best SummerSlam, in our opinion, of all time. And I hope let us know what you think. If this is not only the best SummerSlam, the most memorable pay-per-view in your opinion. Because it is ours.
Let us know your most memorable pay-per-view and your reasons why. We'd like to hear it.
We'd like to hear it.
And if maybe we haven't even seen it, so we'd like to watch it if you say it's memorable.
Let us know. Comment down. We'd like to see them.
That's it. Anyway, I hope we're going to have a good 2009 for Under the Hat.
Yeah.
And I hope you all enjoyed the Christmas trivia quiz.
Yeah.
We had 2 winners there. A lot of you were very, very close, but we had 2 winners. We had... And remember, just want to say about the trivia quiz, I'll post the answers on the actual page for the answers for the Christmas trivia quiz. The one that you all had trouble with was number 9, question number 9. And that was the Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. But that was quite a tricky one. You had trouble with that, didn't you, Bellwood?
I did. Couldn't get past the beard.
Yeah. Okay.
The next up is the top 5 Royal Rumbles. The Royal Rumble's just around the corner. Just before we do the prediction show, we figured, hey, we'll do our top 5 Royal Rumbles while we're in the mood. So, that's our next one. Let us know your top 5 Rumbles, hey. Give us some ideas.
And until next time, what goes on under the hat, stays under the hat.